Lunar New Year is the most important Taiwanese festival celebrated at the turn of the lunar calendar. It is also known as the Spring Festival. Lunar New Year celebrations traditionally run from Lunar New Year's Eve to the Lantern Festival on the 15th day of the first month, making the festival the longest in the lunar calendar. Lunar New Year is centuries old and gains great significance due to several myths and traditions. Lunar New Year is celebrated in countries and territories with significant Chinese populations, including China, Hong Kong, Macau, Singapore, Thailand, Cambodia, Indonesia, Malaysia, Mauritius, and the Philippines. Lunar New Year is considered a major holiday for the Chinese and has great influence on the Lunar Year celebrations of neighboring countries. These are Lunar New Year's Eve and New Year's activity. So let's look at these activities for the New Year's Eve. 1. Putting up New Year decorations. 2. Affixing door god images. 3. Putting up spring couplets. 4. Putting up New Year's paintings. 5. Putting up paper curtains. 6. Enjoying a reunion dinner. 7. Watching TV. 8. Giving red envelopes. 9. Staying up late. Lunar New Year celebration traditionally run from Lunar New Year's Eve, the last day of the last month of the lunar calendar, to the Lantern Festival on the 15th day of the first month. It is celebrated in late January to early February. The first day of Lunar New Year Eve is time to honor one's elders. People greet each other, especially younger people, and will visit and greet older relatives and friends. When visiting, many Taiwanese bring small gifts. Some families eat a vegetarian meal on the first day in order to pay respect to the Buddhist prospect of not killing animals and to gain longevity. On New Year's Eve, family members will normally stay awake during the night. The first day is for the welcoming of the deities of heavens and earth. Officially beginning at midnight, it is a traditionally practice to light fireworks, burn bamboo sticks, and firecrackers. Married daughters visited their birth parents and relatives on the second day of the Lunar New Year. The Lunar New Year is associated with the zodiac, which has 12 animal signs: rat, ox, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, goat, monkey, rooster, dog, and pig. The coming Lunar New Year is 2016, February the 8th. The New Year's Eve is February the 7th. This year's animal sign is the sheep. 2016 is the year of the monkey. Lunar New Year is an important Taiwanese festival, and it is also known as the Spring Festival. It is also called the Spring Festival because it marks the end of the winter and the beginning of the spring in the lunar calendar. The lunar calendar is based on a combination of lunar and solar movements. A lunar month is around 2 days shorter than a solar month. In order to catch up with the solar calendar, an extra month is inserted every few years. This is why, according to the solar calendar, the Lunar New Year falls on a different date each year. The Lunar New Year is often accompanied by loud, enthusiastic greetings. For example, Happy New Year! Congratulations and be prosperous. Everlasting peace, year after year. Breaking objects during the New Year. As most of the shops will be closed during some days of the Lunar New Year period, Lunar New Year markets are great places in Taiwan to prepare for your Lunar New Year feast and prepare presents to your families and friends. Some families may invite a dragon lion dance troops as a symbolic ritual to usher in the Lunar New Year, as well as to evict bad spirits from the premises. The Lantern Festival is held during the 15th day of the first lunar month, making the grand finale of the Lunar New Year season. Pink Sea Sky Lantern Festival, Bombarding Master Handan Festival, Yanshui Bee Pie Fireworks Festival. Lunar New Year is the most important Taiwanese festival, which is celebrated at the turn of the lunar calendar. It is also known as the Spring Festival, the literal translation of the modern Taiwanese name. Lunar New Year celebration traditionally run from Lunar New Year's Eve, the last day of the last month of the lunar calendar, to the Lantern Festival on the 15th day of the first month, making the festival the longest in the lunar calendar. The first day of the new year falls between 21st of January and the 20th of February. Lunar New Year is centuries old and gains significance because of several myths and traditions. According to tales and legends, the beginning of Lunar New Year started with the fight against a mythical beast called the Year. According to tales and legends, the beginning of the Lunar New Year started with a mythical beast called the Nian. Nian would come on the first day of New Year to eat livestock, crops, and even villagers, especially children. To protect themselves, the villagers would put food in front of their doors at the beginning of every year. It was believed that after the Nian ate food they prepared, it would be full and wouldn't attack the people. One day, a villager decided to go and face the Nian. A god visited him and told him to put the red paper on his house and to place fireworks. The villagers then understood that the Nian was afraid of the color red. When the new year was about to come, the villagers would hang red lanterns and red spring scrolls on windows and doors. People also used firecrackers to frighten away the Nian. From then on, Nian never came to the village again. Lunar New Year crafts. Lunar New Year tradition elements that are symbolic of deeper meanings. For example, upside down food, 对联. As with all cultures, Lunar New Year traditions incorporates elements that are symbolic of deeper meaning. One common example of Lunar New Year symbolism is the red diamond-shaped food characters, which are displayed on the entrances of Taiwanese houses. This sign is usually seen hanging upside down, since the Taiwanese word Dao means upside down. Therefore, it symbolizes the arrival of luck, happiness, and prosperity. Flowers are an important part of New Year decorations. Most traditional Taiwanese households should also have live blooming plants to symbolize rebirth and new growth. Red is the predominant color used in New Year celebration. Red is the emblem of joy, and this color also symbolizes virtue, truth, and sincerity. It is believed to be an auspicious color. Red is the predominant color used in New Year celebrations. Red is the emblem of joy, and this color also symbolizes virtue, truth, and sincerity. On the Taiwanese opera stage, a painted red face usually denotes a sacred or loyal personage, and sometimes a great emperor. Candies, cakes, decorations, and many things associated with New Year and its ceremonies are colored red. The sound of Taiwanese word for red is harmonious with the word of prosperous. Therefore, red is an auspicious color and has an auspicious sound. It is traditional for every family to thoroughly cleanse the house in order to sweep away any ill fortune and to make way for good incoming luck. Other activities: decorating doors with red colored paper cuts and couplets, lighting firecrackers, giving red envelopes, red pockets, visiting vivid scenes at temples. The evening preceding Lunar New Year's Day is an occasion for Taiwanese families to gather for the annual reunion dinner, especially for those with family members away from home. The reunion dinner is the biggest event of Lunar New Year's Eve. The reunion dinner is very large and sumptuous and traditionally includes dishes of pork, chicken, and fish. Fish is included, but not eaten completely, and the remainder is stored overnight. As the phrase, "Many there be surpluses every year." A reunion dinner named as 年夜饭 in Taiwan is held on New Year's Eve, during which family members gather for a celebration. The venue will usually be in or near the home of the most senior member of the family. The New Year's Eve dinner is very large and sumptuous and traditionally includes dishes of meat like pork, chicken, and fish. Most reunion dinners also feature a big hot pot in the middle of the table, as it is believed to signify the gathering of the family members for the meal. Most reunion dinners, particularly in the southern regions, also prominently feature special meats like wax-cured meats and seafood that are usually reserved for this and other special occasions during the remainder of the year. In most areas, fish is included, but not eaten completely, and the remainder is stored overnight. As the phrase, "May there be surpluses every year," as to 年年有余 in Taiwan. 8 individual dishes are served to reflect the belief of good fortune associated with the number. If in the previous year a death was experienced in the family, then only 7 dishes will be served. Several foods are consumed to usher in wealth, happiness, and good fortune. Several of the foods' names are homophones for words that also mean good things. In other words, certain ingredients take special precedence over others, and the ingredients also have similar sounding names with prosperity and good luck. 1. Buddha's Delight. An elaborate vegetarian dish served by Taiwanese families on the eve and the first day of the new year. A type of black hair like algae is also featured in the dish for its name, which sounds like prosperity. Let's take a look at how to make the Buddha's Delight. 2 chicken, boiled chicken is several served because it's figured that many families, no matter how unwealthy their circumstances are, they will still afford a chicken for Lunar New Year. 3. Fish. It is usually eaten or merely displayed on the eve of Lunar New Year. The pronunciation of fish in Taiwan makes it a homophone for surpluses. 4. 饺子. Eaten traditionally in Taiwan because the preparation is similar to packaging log inside the dumpling, which is later eaten. The dumpling resembles money. The symbolism is prosperity. 5. Oranges. Oranges are the most popular and most abundant fruit during Lunar New Year. 6. 年糕. Its pronunciation is homophone for a more prosperous year, known as Lunar New Year pudding. 年糕 is made up of glutinous rice flour, wheat starch, salt, water, and sugar. The color of the sugar used determines the color of the pudding, white or brown. 7. Turnip cake. A dish made of shredded radish and rice flour, usually fried and cut into small squares. New clothes for the new year. It signifies new beginnings, a fresh start, and thereby encouraging the flow of good luck for the coming year. Clothing, many featuring the color red or bright colors, is commonly worn throughout the new year because it was once believed that red could scare away evil spirits and bad fortune. In addition, people typically wear new clothes from head to toe to symbolize a new beginning in the new year. As to a Taiwanese phrase, 新年新衣 means new year, new clothes. Wearing new clothes also symbolizes having more than enough things to use and wear in the new year. Red pockets. Red pockets or red envelope for the immediate family are something disturbed during the remaining reunion dinner. These packets often contain money in certain numbers that reflect good luck and honorability. Sending red pockets is a channel for sending good wishes and luck. The number 8 is considered lucky for its homophone for wealth. The number 6 is also very lucky as it sounds like smooth, in the sense of having a smooth ear. The number 4 is the worst because its homophone is death. Traditionally, red envelopes or red packets are passed out during Lunar New Year's celebrations, from married couples or the elderly to unmarried juniors. It is also common for adults or young couples to give red packets to children. Red packets almost always contain money, usually varying from a couple of dollars to several hundred. Per custom, the amount of money in the red envelope packet should be of even numbers, as odd numbers are associated with cash given during funerals. The number 8 is considered lucky, and $8 is commonly found in the red envelopes in the U.S. The number 6 is also very lucky, as it sounds like smooth, in the sense of having a smooth ear. The number 4 is the worst one because its homophone is death. Firecrackers. Bamboo stems filled with gunpowder that were burnt to create small explosions were once used to drive away evil spirits. In modern times, this method has eventually evolved into the use of firecrackers during the festive season. Firecrackers are usually strung on a long fuse string so it can be hung down. Each firecracker is round up in red paper, as red is auspicious, with gunpowder in its core. Once ignited, the firecracker lets out a loud popping noise, and as they're usually strung together by the hundreds, the firecrackers are known for their deafening explosions that are thought to scare away evil spirits. The burning of firecrackers also signifies a joyful time of year and has become an integral aspect of Lunar New Year celebration. Now I'm going to show you some videos from YouTube. Now we're going to do our class test. Question 1. The reunion dinner is the biggest event of Lunar New Year's Eve. Question 2. Fish is included in the reunion dinner, but not eaten completely. 3. On Lunar New Year's Eve, family members will normally stay awake during the night. Question 4. The lunar calendar is associated with the zodiac, which has 16 animal signs. Question 5. The number 4 is considered lucky in Taiwanese culture. The answer to question 1 is true. The answer to question 2 is true. The answer to question 3 is true. The answer to question 4 is false. The answer to question 5 is false. Now we'll continue our questions. Question number 6. According to tales and legends, the beginning of Lunar New Year started with the fight against a beast called the Ear. Question 7. The Lunar New Year Day was in 2016, February 10th. Question number 8. Red packets for the immediate family are sometimes distributed during the reunion dinner. Question 9. 2016 is the year of the sheep. Question 10. The evening preceding Lunar New Year's Day is an occasion for families to gather for an annual reunion dinner, especially for those with family members away from home. Let's check the answers. The answer to question 6 is true. The answer to question 7 is true, false. The answer to question 8 is true. The answer to question 9 is false. And the answer to question 10 is true. Let's continue. Question number 11. Lunar New Year is an important festival, and it is also known as the Spring Festival. Question number 12. Lunar New Year is also called the Spring Festival because it marks the end of the spring. Question 13. Lunar New Year celebrations traditionally run from New Year's Eve, the last day of the last month of the calendar. Question 14. A lunar month is around 3 days, shorter than a solar month. Question 15. It is traditional for every family member to thoroughly cleanse the house on the first day of Lunar New Year. Let's check the answers. The answer to question 11 is true. The answer to question 12 is false. The answer to question 13 is true. The answer to question 14 is false. The answer to question 15 is false. Let's continue. Question number 16. Flowers are an important part of Lunar New Year decorations. Question 17. Yellow is a predominant color used in Lunar New Year celebrations. Question 18. Some families eat a vegetarian meal on the first day of Lunar New Year. Question 19. Married daughters visited their birth parents and relatives on the second day of the Lunar New Year. Question 20. The Lantern Festival is the final finale of the Lunar New Year season. Let's check the answers. The answer to question 16 is true. The answer to question 17 is false. The answer to question 18 is true. The answer to question 19 is true. The answer to question 20 is true. Hope you get them right. Respect, manner, care, and love. A simple festival carries thousands of years of Chinese culture and emotions. Among all the activities and traditions, it is the love from your parents and families that makes this festival special. It is the inheritance of the importance of family harmony through thousands of years that makes this festival warming. Thank you for the time and hope that this class intrigued your emotions towards your beloved family. Bye.